Weeksy doing another video. So just thinking about some comments I heard, and it was about fasting going mainstream. Now fasting's used, but it's mainly used so people can do blood works and stuff, who just take blood samples in the sort of medical industry. The problem with it is that there will be pressure for it not to go mainstream because there's so much money to be made out of selling things to people they don't need, and that's the thing. It's the perception of stuff like exercise equipment doesn't really work, or the idea of if you can have these shakes, they're meal replacements and stuff like that. You know, it doesn't really make any sense. It's kind of skirting around the problem and not really dealing with what the problem is in people's life. And basically is their body tells them when they're hungry and when they're not. And when it goes a little bit AWOL, or it becomes a habit of behaviour, they eat and do things around them habits, and that's a food disorder whereby comfort eating becomes a way of maintenance, and you don't really need that. It possibly means you need to get hungry to get really to, you know, if I was going to do some psychotherapy, I'd say, look, do some fasting. I know you're probably going to feel a bit low in yourself, but that's good because it's going to bring them things to the surface, so then you can just learn to relax and experience them feelings and thoughts, and then your mind will start clearing through them. So the main thing is not to have a stressful reaction to them. That's one of the key issues. You know, like things like the sadness or past experiences and stuff. Just let your mind let go of them. That's the key essence of it. But you have to feel in that mood. I mean, you couldn't do, say, a session with someone and then you stuff them full of food and then you try to do a psychotherapy thing with them, because they're already, the food's had an effect. The food is distracting their mind, and they'll be more, they give more of a superficial account if they feel low in themselves a little bit, or that kind of something reflective, self-reflective feelings, because the gut played a role in how they felt. If you feel like, this is why they say you feel like shit. All the things are in the words. You just have to work with it. So yeah. But the issue, I guess, with mainstream is there's so much resistance for it not to exist. I mean, not unless they're going to say, you know, not unless they're going to promote you can fast and you can eat what you like. They'd like that, the industry. Then they could say you can have, you know, normally you'd have one pudding, why not take two? Or why not have a bowl of cornflakes? Why not have 3 meals? And all these sorts of things. Have a starter and a main and a thing, and that could be the new norm. Everyone does that all the time. And I'm not too sure we want a society quite like that, but that's it. I mean, there'd be a lot of pressure to disprove that fasting's anything good, and plus it never came from the medical industry. You'd need someone to sort of promote it, and then they'd have to flush out and crush any other people's versions of what fasting is. They'd say, no, you should only do a warrior because that's been scientifically proven, or something nonsense, you know. And there's other things that they say, what if you pre-diabetic? They try to sell it the other way around, and what that happens is something quite beautiful and unique. That's a movement from people looking for the truth will become corrupted, and say that what they normally do is to say, oh, these religious people that fasted in the past were stupid in some way, and that because of science now we've re-looked at it, and actually we've got a scientifically improved version of it. So they just basically, but then science is a religion. People say, no, it's not religion. But where it stems from is breaking down things for answers, to find the truth. That's the answer, that's the thing is, but it's breaking it all down, while the other one works from the other end inwards, I guess. So one's more esoteric, I guess, in nature. It says all that is there, but you just have to discover what the truth is. And so you try to look at the grander picture and how it relates to the smaller picture. While the other one just wants to bust things up and find out what's inside them. And is there a smaller thing in there and stuff like that. And so it discounts everything until it considers it proven by its own methods. So nothing's true until proven. That's really the structure of it. And everything is until proven not. That's the reverse way of looking at it. So that's where the diapoles, that's why they're against each other. And it's formulated to religion. So something says all that's been created by some consciousness, and there's a big bang and there's a God, and then people have said, well, there's different versions of branching that. Well, it's got to be like us, so it's got to be a human God, or it's got to be a father figure or a mother figure or whatever is being confused through. It's just how do we relate to something that's unquestionable and unmeasurable to us, and so we try to put in the furthest reaching possible understanding. So I mean, before it was family, God's got to be a family, because there's all these different things, different aspects, so different gods deal with different problems, and that was an answer to everything. Then it's the same in science saying there's a multiverse, and by spreading it out thinner, it means that you can't measure it, so they've made it immeasurable. And so therefore because the problem was there's hitting roadblocks where their answers couldn't fit the models, so there was an issue there. So that's where that went. So I don't think anything would be accepted. I think it would be always seen as alternative. It's like there is a movement in between. It's the integrated medicine. So they might say fasting to lose weight and then go back to your normal lifestyle, which will always be yo-yo, and that's fine because that's what they want. When you go and have diets and things, the sun's out, the sun's come out to me. Having a yo-yo means that you're in a kind of pattern of suffering. You never have achieved to leave your old self behind. Like if you fast all the time, then you start drinking loads of alcohol. It's going to be always backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. You're never going to improve who you are as a person. But some people like that. You create your own hell, basically. You create your own heaven and hell. And there's money to be made by it. So that would be what's be promoted. It start out people saying that's great, and then they would pull away. But then you've seen people that have, there's Cole Robson, for instance. He's gone and sort of been under fire from people. Anyway, it's just something to say.